Hey guys, welcome to Build Series NYC. I'm your host, Lucy Tobias of YouTube's Lucy T WWE, and we are here with WWE Superstars Natty and Lana, so give it up for them. And we're going to be talking about the 100th episode and the season finale of Total Divas tonight on E! So let's take a look at the clip.
Lana, what's up?
Hey. How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good to see you. I'm back in the gym with TJ. His face looks clear and glowing. His hands look great, even though Natty just told me that her husband has chickenpox, so I don't train with him.
TJ didn't mention anything to you about his chickenpox.
That what?
It's something that's very rare that I thought that he would have told you about.
No, he did not tell me. Just say you don't want me to train with him. Natty is such a liar. I just don't understand like why Natty would say that. But I want to train with TJ because TJ's one of the best.
Hook, and when you come here, you almost jump into a neck breaker.
Ooh. I like
It's
that.
like a Russian leg sweep, but a neck breaker, so it becomes like...
I was doing like a spinning neck breaker.
Block, bang, hard buckles are bang. And if you do that, like almost hook, kick, neck breaker.
I can either do that kick, like I can either go back and go boom.
Like, try out here. I let go, and I switch my hands here. And down we go. And then also this hook.
Ugh. Well, I feel like I should probably, thank you so much. I'm gonna write all these things, but I feel like clearly Natty doesn't want me to be training with you because she's saying that you have chickenpox, so.
I have chickenpox now?
She was like, no, I shouldn't be training with you. You have a rare form of adult chickenpox. And that, like, it's really contagious. And I'm like, Natty, I already got chickenpox before.
Ladies and gentlemen, Natalie Neidar.
Yeah. She said, don't train with him because he has a rare form of adult chickenpox on weird parts of his body. Natty's been acting really strange, but also it's Natty. Half the time she has a problem and won't say it to your face and just, like, vince to her cats about it.
She's brutal.
I feel really bad.
Natty should be the one that feels bad.
Thank you so much for coming, Natty and Lana. Welcome to Build Series NYC.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
On that note.
Clearly, there is a lot to talk about this part 2 of the season finale of Total Divas.
I forgot that it even happened.
Of course she did.
And I still haven't even seen the screener, so that is all new to me also. But before we jump into Total Divas, I do want to congratulate you both on the first ever Women's Royal Rumble this past Sunday.
Thank you.
That was, I mean, I just got chills again just now. I was there in Philly, and I'm not gonna lie, there were definitely some tears. It was so emotional. The crowd was awesome. And I would love to know, like, what was going through your heads, not only during the Rumble, but when you guys learned about this groundbreaking event.
You know, we found out about it when everybody else found out about it, when Stephanie McMahon announced it on Raw. And to be a part of such a groundbreaking historical match, I mean, not only were we a part of the first ever women's Royal Rumble match in the WWE, but we main evented Royal Rumble. And we were in there with women from our past, the women, you know, from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, and it's like the past, present, and future coming together. It was just very, very surreal, and it was very symbolic of all of the women coming together in the WWE with this, you know, force of nature, this women's evolution that's going on right now in the WWE. Very cool.
And what was going through your head, Lana?
Oh gosh, I remember driving. I was with Rusev when it came out on Twitter, and I started screaming on the top of my lungs, and then I just started crying because it was I've always wanted to be a part of history and with the women, and I feel like so much a part of my career, I've been very lucky to be with the men and have learned so much from the men, but at the same time, I've kind of watch from the sidelines. It's kind of like, oh, if you weren't invited at prom or weren't invited to the dance.
Right.
Just always watch. And I'm like, I want to be a part of history. I want to be a part of these powerful women. And so to be a part of that, I started crying in the car. And throughout the whole day, it was very emotional for me because we fought so long for this. And really believed so long for this moment. So to actually have this happen, it's like, it just encourages me to continually believe for the impossible, because we can make the impossible possible.
You're gonna make me cry.
I know. I'm gonna either sip this tea and start crying.
So last time, Natty, when you were on Build, we were kind of playing around with the idea of a women's rumble, and then lo and behold, a month later, Steph announced it.
Right.
So why don't we like speculate about when are we gonna get women tag titles?
Lana actually brought that up earlier, and you know, that would be our next step. I think that and main eventing WrestleMania. But I would love to be a part of the first ever women's tag team division in the WWE, and I know a partner that I won't be asking to be my partner.
I'll be asking you.
Just kidding. You know what? We actually could make a pretty good tag team. But it would just be so cool, and it's just, you just don't know what's going to happen in WWE, and that's kind of the fun part of being a part of the WWE universe and also being a superstar in the WWE, is that we don't know. I mean, a lot of the times we find out when you guys find out. Scrolling
Literally.
through Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm doing that? Okay.
Who would be your dream tag team partners?
If I was to pick a dream tag team partner, I would definitely, out of the current roster that is there right now, I would pick Charlotte Flair, because we both come from
Legends.
wrestling, you know, dynasties, and if you can't beat them, join them.
I would definitely pick Naomi, actually.
Oh, I could see that.
We actually showed up yesterday to SmackDown Live, and we were both wearing black outfits and rhinestone boots. So I'm like, gosh, she has her glow, and I love to be ravishing. So
The ravishing glow.
yeah, the ravishing glow, exactly.
You guys do always show up wearing the same clothes. Always.
And speaking about tag titles and just tag team in general, you are having your first mixed match challenge with your husband Rusev on February 13th against Bailey and Elias.
Yes.
So what are you guys doing to prepare for that, and which charity are you going to be working for?
Global citizen, so I'm really excited about that, especially because we come from Eastern Europe, where poverty has been such, you know, it's a really strong problem over there. So I'm really glad that we're a part of something that can help fight poverty. But also, I'm extremely excited to face Bailey. I actually was putting it out there and kept on being like, oh, I hope I fight Bailey. I hope I fight Bailey. And I was like studying her moves and studying her fights, and then when they announced it, I was like, oh, I've manifested this. So I was really excited about that. And Rusev is training me like on a whole other level, like very Eastern European style. I'm surprised. Like, I mean, Eastern European style, the more they're intense, that means the more they believe in you. It's very different than American style. So he's been training me. There's quite a few videos out there of him making me and that's just to say the very least. So we're training, and I hope to get my first win on the Mixed Match Challenge and on the Rusev Day, of course.
Every day's Rusev Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
So why not have a win on the Rusev Day?
And also, you are a professional Bulgarian farmer.
Yes. Yes, I'm actually I'm a professional at many things. Like, I'm a professional wrestler, I'm a professional farmer, I'm a professional, like, to
Makeup
annoy Natty.
Lana does a very good job of keeping me annoyed on a weekly, daily basis.
I have a lot of professions.
Yes, she's very intense.
You guys have such a fun and playful relationship, and I find that your friendship is one that really portrays like the normal adult female friendships of like sometimes you want to kill each other, but at the end of the day, like everyone knows and you know, like you love each other and you care about each other.
Exactly. It's like a sisterhood in the WWE. We're all around each other for upwards of, I mean, sometimes 300 days a year. So we do so much together, and, you know, especially with us both being on SmackDown, our locker room is really tight, and we all have each other's backs. We might not always agree or see eye to eye, but it's just like a sisterhood. And sometimes sisters fight. I mean, I remember a few months ago watching an episode play of Total Divas. Like, everything was playing out on TV and we were watching it. And Lana sends me this text and she's like, I'm so sorry that you have to watch this all again. I know it hit really close to home. I'm like, can you just let it die? Let it die. Like, why are you bringing this up again? And I think you tweeted something that I was like, but we had a little falling out that night, and then the next day we were great. We just had to get it out of our systems. Mm-hmm. But that's what you do, and that's kind of the art of communication, and that happens a lot on Total Divas. You know, we have conflict, we have drama, we have Lana drama, but we always work through it.
We have Natalya drama.
Yes, we do, and that's when the sharpshooter comes into play.
And what would you say your favorite moments are of this past season?
Well, I do love. I loved my interactions with Lana because looking back on it now, I could watch them back and just start laughing. My dad also like has a huge crush on Lana. He was like, he just loves Lana. And I remember when Lana came to our house, and this was, I can't remember what episode this was, but Lana had come to my house, and I think it was last episode.
Shot put?
That was
That was
another
last
one.
season, yeah.
When
Maybe tonight, actually.
she had come to my house, and we were wearing my dad's old ring jacket, and my dad just kept on saying over and over and over again, like, she's so pretty. And then I said to my dad, I go, well, I'm pretty too. And he goes, but Lana's really pretty. And I was like, and it was just so funny because I was like, the story of my life. I'll stick to headlocks.
Yeah, I think that must be tonight because I don't remember. I definitely don't remember.
Yeah,
Definitely tonight.
my dad, you don't know what is going to be said. It might even be an outtake on the show. So,
And what is the deal with TJ's chickenpox?
TJ is working through that. Everybody's working through everything. I love how Lana calls me out for being a liar. Listen, there's nothing a
true.
little white lie can't get you through. You asked me if I liked that jacket earlier, and I said I loved it.
Oh, wonderful.
No, but TJ is just jumping into it, and this is fun because tonight you get to see TJ for the first time on this season, and he's just jumping into a new role. He's a producer in the WWE, and it's awesome to have him back. But he's so popular amongst all of the talent. Everybody just loves working with TJ because he's just so brilliant, and he's an incredible coach. And Lana is. When Lana asked TJ for his help, I think it was really flattering to TJ because he really wants to help people learn and grow. But, sometimes I'm a brat and I'm very possessive. And I'm going to be the first to admit, let me be self-deprecating here. I am just like a lot of women where I get a little territorial, and I didn't really want Lana grabbing my husband in a headlock. But TJ wanted to help her learn the ropes, and I think he was just really flattered that she wanted his help. So I was just trying to, make sure everything ran
I just want to
smoothly.
learn, and I'm very ambitious. I love learning, and Rusev loves me learning. He loves TJ, and he wanted me to train with TJ, and we actually asked Natalya, and apparently she didn't remember that, but
I don't
doesn't
recall
remember
either.
a lot of things, apparently. She doesn't recall a lot of moments when it's convenient for her, but that's fine. That's why
Do not remember either of you asking me.
It happens. It happens to the best of us. And have you found your mansion with cows yet in Sofia?
Marriage is about compromise. So I would have loved to buy my huge mansion for pretty much pennies in Bulgaria. But even though I won all the competitions, which isn't a surprise, but Rusev he really wanted a small little village house. Actually, we bought a house in that where I was milking the cows and
Oh, wow.
being a shepherd, being a professional shepherd, and being a professional farmer. We
Have you guys
actually
moved in yet?
we haven't moved. His parents actually moved in.
Oh.
And actually after we bought it, Rusev went back to Bulgaria and he was helping building the house,
Wow.
Yeah, so he's a builder, a professional builder apparently now. So,
You guys have so many talents. I'm so jealous.
so talented. But that's what marriage is about, and relationships too. It's about compromise, and it's about apologizing. Like I've had to do to Natty many times. Taking responsibility for when you're wrong, and also forgiving. And that's I think a big important lesson for all of us if we want to have good relationships in our life.
And what else can we expect on part 2 and the 100th episode of Total Divas tonight?
Well, we also look at Miz and Maurice. They're the it couple, and they're welcoming a new addition to their family, a little girl.
Yes. The It
So
baby.
it's going to be kind of exciting to see that. And I've known Maurice since she first started in WWE, and I call her the French poodle because she reminds me of a poodle. She's very spoiled, and she loves it. And they're already planning these little Gucci outfits for their baby, and I'm like,
Of course.
this kid's gonna dress better than my cat. But
Your cat's rich.
So rich. You can follow him on Instagram as well. But
Two paws.
Two paws. But yeah, so we see Miz and Maurice and this, we follow their journey. So tonight, like you see a lot of that, and I'm really excited and happy for both of them. And then obviously Nikki's journey with Dancing with the Stars and some of the dancing, like some of the dances and the moves that Nikki was doing. We were saying in the car that I couldn't believe that she was doing a lot of it. Like it was like she's not really a dancer. I mean, she played soccer and she, competed in the ring, but she was doing all these graceful dances and these backflips. And I was like, when did you get Cirque du Soleil training? So it's fun to, it's gonna be fun to watch that journey for her. And, there's a few surprises. So I think everybody's gonna be really excited to see it.
Awesome. Well, let's turn it over to audience Q&A.
Hi. So I was just curious, especially now that you guys are getting to, main event, these big pay-per-views, what your favorite pay-per-view of the year is.
Ooh, well, for me, it's, WrestleMania is my favorite. It's all of us coming together. It's like the Super Bowl of the WWE, and it's huge. And it's a chance for all of us not only to come together as a team, but, we do a lot of community outreach programs too, tons during WrestleMania. We'll do over 1,000 appearances, to my knowledge. Last year, I think we broke the record. And we do so many different things for the community, and it's just like whatever city we are in for WrestleMania, we come together like crazy and bring so much revenue to that city. We bring so many different opportunities for jobs, people coming together for WrestleMania, and fans coming from around the world. So it's really cool. Sometimes it's scary to be walking on the street outside because people are like, Natty, and I'm like, I just want to get a coffee and I have no makeup on. And but yeah, it's really, WrestleMania is my favorite.
Next question.
Hi. So what's your favorite wrestling position?
Ooh, Lana.
Crush accolade. I break your back now. Yes.
There you go.
Fair enough.
For me, I definitely say the sharpshooter because usually when I put girls in that move, they always tap out and I always win. So, a sharpshooter.
Thankfully, she hasn't gotten to that point with me yet.
Not yet.
Next question.
Hi. Well, you guys are awesome, but I wanted to ask, how do you guys feel about Ronda Rousey coming at the Royal Rumble? And do you have a message for her, if possible?
I say welcome.
I mean, Rhonda's one of my good friends, and we built a relationship before she was even signed with WWE. And, the Royal Rumble was so special for all of us girls. And I was so excited when I came backstage and I got to see Rhonda because she is a friend of mine. But beyond being my friend, she's somebody that has done so much for women in sports. And she's really been a pioneer in sports, not just MMA, but, being that figurehead in sports for women, like Serena Williams and Venus Williams and like the USA gymnast team. And she's just done so much to bring attention to women. And definitely there's going to be an adjustment. We all have to, it's like when anybody new starts a job, we're all going to have to learn how to work together. And that's just par for the course. And I think, and this is just me speaking on behalf of myself, I think Ronda really wants to prove herself in the WWE, but that's going to take time. And, we all have different journeys. Lana and I were actually talking about this earlier. We all have different journeys. Some of us were born in this, like myself and Charlotte Flair and Tamina Snuka, and some of us came about it a different way, like Lana and Alexa Bliss and the Bella Twins. So there's just, everybody has a different journey. This is Ronda's journey, and Ronda is going to have to prove herself. So that is going to take hard work and dedication and proving herself in the ring, because in the WWE, our WWE fans, they'll let you know whether they like you or they hate you. But I think she has the work ethic and the drive and the attitude to do really great things in the company, and I'm excited about it. I really am excited to have her as a part of the WWE family.
Next question.
Well, ladies, I just want to say congratulations again on the first ever All-Women's Royal Rumble on Sunday. Did an amazing job. I wanted to ask, talking about, the clip that we saw earlier and the relationships that you have on the show, have you ever looked back and watched the show and say to yourself, I never realized I was like that. I never realized I, you know, have an
great question.
interaction with someone and just say, well, I learned something about myself right there.
I have always known my weakness is my mouth. Like my mom would always say that to me. Like, you know, you can be the most encouraging person ever, but then once you snap, the damage that you do with your mouth is no apology can. Yes, people can forgive you, but the damage is already done. And so I think, you know, when I look back and I see some of my stuff with Natty, I'm like. And I know I'm like that, and I'm working on that, and I'm hoping to change and to control my mouth. My mom always says, if you can control your mouth, you can control your whole life. And I think that is a very strong lesson to learn, because once you've said things, no matter what, sometimes apologies can't fix it, and the damage has been done. And so that is what I'm working on, is I guess you could say my temper, but really it's like, I know if I feel hurt, I'm gonna start throwing daggers. And you know, ultimately, I don't want to hurt people, and a lot of times just out of my own insecurity or just being hurt. And it's the better thing to do is to take the high road, but it's a lot harder. Wait, what's the right word?
It's easier said than done.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for.
I mean, every time I watch myself on the show, I'm like, what was I doing? What was I wearing? What was I thinking? What was I saying? Like, especially what was I wearing? I'm like, that if I see
Says
myself
that all the time.
if I see myself on TV in an outfit that I don't like, I'm like, that's gone.
Well, thank you guys so much for being here. I'm very excited to watch the 100th episode of Total Divas tonight at 9, 8 Central on E! Thank you guys.
Thank you guys so much. Such good questions.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming.